Hello, and welcome to this video. As you've seen from the title, will Call of Duty World War II do good? Now, there's dependent on many things, many stuff. Seeing this video because I've seen many things. I want to talk about not just that, but the kind of history, somewhat, of Call of Duty. Now, currently they have the private beta going on. I think it's mainly PlayStation right now, still being the weekend, and they're going into a little bit of the. I'm not sure if I'm not sure how they're doing that because I'm not part of the private beta. I didn't pre-order the game. And supposedly the open beta is going to start September 5th, I guess. So the first main week of September. August is already over because the last day of August, the 31st, right? Yeah. You do that trick too to figure out which one's the 31s and which one's kind of the 30s. But yeah, August the 31st is going to be Thursday, so supposedly the first main week of September will be the open beta, which I think is kind of stupid because two things are happening there. One that most people know about, one that only a good couple of thousand people know about, and that is, first off, the most known one is Destiny 2 is coming out that week, that day, September the 5th. Or the 6th, I'm not sure which one it is, but it's coming out that week. So they're having it the same week as Destiny 2 out. That's kind of stupid, I think. Granted, it's the beta and you get the game itself of Destiny 2. You can play it for a long time, but still, it's kind of stupid. Another thing is, which I think is another stupid thing that was originally supposed to come out the 29th, but it's coming out the 5th, is the DLC for Rainbow Six Siege, the newest one, the Hong Kong DLC with the one Polish operator. Now, back to the point of, will Call of Duty World War II do good? Now, I saw in a video, I'm sorry if this thing keeps going in and out of focus, I can't stop it. I would love to. I need a new camera or at least a new computer or whatever, but it's the camera. I think the software doesn't work with the Windows 10 that I have, and the software allows me to turn autofocus off, so if it keeps focusing, it's because of Windows 10. Thank them. Or, I still probably could look up to see about the software. I haven't done it in a while. It's been about a month since I looked to see if there's a software update for Windows 10. But who knows? But getting back to the point of Call of Duty World War II. I saw in a video a while back ago of a person saying the biggest competitor to Call of Duty World War II right now would probably be Battlefield 1, which I don't think is the truth. I think that opinion was, sorry, I was being rude, but I think that opinion was idiotic and fucking stupid, just really. Because one, it's a year difference, and two, not just two, a lot of people have gone off Battlefield 1, because one thing I would say about Call of Duty that could worsen it, that Battlefield did horribly, with two things, which I know Call of Duty is going to do one of them. One is the lack of content. Hopefully Call of Duty won't have as little content as Battlefield 1 did. It had an okay amount of maps, but also the weapons. Like, you had like 4, maybe 5 different weapons between each one of the, the assault, the sniper, whatever you want to call it. So they had like 3, maybe 4 guns and like 2 to maybe 3 variants of those weapons. Then you had that, the tier 10 weapon, pretty much, you got when you reach rank 10 of that class. So they didn't really have a variety of weapons, but the more you can get more weapons with the DLC. But unfortunately, with the DLC, you have to have either purchase it or have gotten the season pass. And the unfortunate thing with Battlefield and Call of Duty, as I said before, I think in a video, they fucking stupidly have these maps and weapons behind the season pass that pretty much costs the same amount as the game. It's so fucking idiotic. The reason why I think that this could also be a downer for Call of Duty is because they have 2 forms of businesses there. They have the Season Pass, or the DLC pretty much, and they have the loot crate stuff, which you can earn loot crates, but you can get them more quickly via buying them. Which, I said it before in business practice, the oldest but also now the most stupidest business practice is these Season Passes, and especially how expensive they are. It's the dumbest shit. I said it before and I'll say it again in the many videos I've said this. Whichever one does it, because Battlefront doesn't count. I know they're not having paid DLC with shit you gotta get from, with all those maps and everything behind paid DLC. No. But that doesn't count. It's Battlefront. You have the two main huge ones, Battlefield and Call of Duty. But the first one to fucking get rid of that whole maps and modes and weapons behind this paywall will drive home the sales. Period. Because it's the dumbest shit ever. I mean, fucking Rainbow Six Siege has a season pass. So pretty much they have 2-year season pass. They have the year 1 and they have the year 2. And granted, they both cost $30, so it pretty much it's $60 right there. But what you get in return is, I think, is a good value for each season. And I think if they want to keep having these season passes with, so Call of Duty and Battlefield, they have to, for one, lower the fucking price, you retarded monkeys. That's the only thing I can fucking say. Seriously. The fact that they're $10 less than what the actual game costs, but pretty much, they cost the same as a fucking game. It's the dumbest shit. Seriously. I know you want to keep making money after the sale of the game, but the fact that you also have these loot crates, pretty much, that you pretty much allow the consumers to buy to get more of, or more frequently, have better chances of getting what you want. That pretty much throws that whole business practice of season passes out the window. It's an old and null practice, pretty much. I know you want to make money, I know you want to make more money, but the smart thing is, you want to make money in the smart way. Having both the season pass being as much as it is, and these loot crates is the dumbest fucking shit. You're pretty much showing you're overly greedy, and you don't deserve your consumers' money. You don't deserve your fans' money, period. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. But as I said earlier, somebody said that Battlefield 1 is its biggest competitor, which I don't think is true. One thing people saw with Battlefield 1 at the around time, it was the bigger competitor to Titanfall 2, and it just overshadowed it. It just like people wanted that more than Titanfall 2, which Titanfall 2 was a good game, but the reason why it's not getting much traction, the reason why people pretty much hated the old versions of Call of Duty with the advanced movement, is it was overly chaotic, is what I find to call it. It was just, people like that kind of chaotic fun, but it was overly chaotic, being how many different directions and many different ways you could be killed. It's interesting all as hell, but, as it says, people say about many things, it's good on paper, but in release, it's just not doing what you want it to do, It's okay, a lot of people enjoy it. I have nothing against people who enjoy that shit, It's not for me. But that's one of the reasons people hated the old Call of Duty's, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare. It's these advanced movements, these over-chaotic aspects of being able to be killed from so many different directions in so many different ways. Whereas, the people, they wanted the way which we're getting at least with Call of Duty World War II, as the stigmata of what is being called boots on the ground is, because, you want this solid movement where you only have to look at certain lines of sight to ensure where you're going to get probably shot from. Instead of having to worry about every line of sight from every fucking direction, even somehow fucking below you, even though you're running on solid ground, kind of shit. The over-chaotic aspects of the old games is one of the reasons why people didn't like them. Now, a lot of people give Black Ops 3 a pass because it's part of the Black Ops series, which I think is kind of idiot. Granted, it was fun, but there was many gripes that it had in the game that people just say this is what down it, but they don't see it in the same aspects as, say, like Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare, I felt built on what Black Ops 3 did, pretty much, because people talk about how they have these robot dogs running around with these pretty much free kill streaks, but people tend to forget. They didn't do that originally in Infinite Warfare. They did it in Black Ops 3, and they probably gave the information to Infinity Ward of what we're gonna do, and if you want to, this is what you can do as well. So people tend to forget, this whole pretty much free kill streak was first started in Black Ops 3, which was like very few people you hear ever gripe about being one of the downsides of Black Ops 3, which I found was one of the issues of Black Ops 3. Pretty much gave a free kill streak over time to somebody. Granted, you earned it quicker if you killed people and, did the objective, but still, it's just, People talk less about Black Ops 1 and its issues. People don't talk much about, like, one of the issues that was such a glaring issue with Black Ops 1. I don't know why people tend to not talk about it. And that is the way in which you got perks, weapons, whatever. People tend to forget about this. They say, well, they had that whole coin system, you can buy whatever. But they didn't just have the freaking coin system. They also had the rank system of you had to hit a certain rank to unlock it first. They had these two systems that counteracted one another. It was the dumbest shit. You've never seen it again. I'm not sure if was there anyone really ever complain about it back in the day, but seriously, you had these two forms of getting the unlocks that clashed with another, and they so emphasized in their talks and videos about, like, well, we have this currency system pretty much allows you to buy anything whenever you want. That way you don't have to worry about unlocking stuff you don't want. But the issue was you still had to kind of do that. You still had to, rank up, level up pretty much to unlock that shit before you could buy it. It was the dumbest fucking shit. If people talk about how, the best Call of Duty kind of is because it had the most balance to it, would be Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which it did. There were some issues with Black Ops 3 people tend to forget about, or just not want to talk about and stuff, There were some issues there, yes. It was probably, granted, the best of the Advanced Movements, I would say that, of the 3 Advanced Movement games, Advanced Warfare, because it had some dumb shit like the variant system, and to unlock the best variants, you had to get them from the care package. And it pretty much, is a pay-to-win kind of system. Infinite Warfare just blew it out of the water with some of the dumbest shit there. But the more balanced of the 3 was, I would say, Black Ops 3. But people, I say again, tend to forget about the issue that was with Black Ops 1. Granted, there were some gun issues, some other issues. But the dumbest issue of it, which you rarely hear anybody talk about, is its unlocking system. They had, you had to rank up to unlock this stuff before you could buy it with that whole currency system they had in it. It was the dumbest fucking shit. Seriously. But I went past the whole point I was talking about with the whole, the biggest competitor to World War II, Call of Duty World War II. And like I said, somebody said it was Battlefield 1. But I see the whole Battlefield 1 time like you had Titanfall 2 and you had Battlefield 1. Now here, during this time, you can have 2 bigger competitors. Granted, they came out about like a week around one another, Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2. Here, you got about 2 months between the two. And the biggest competitor, which again is like during Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, they were pretty much brother games, because they were published by the same publisher, EA. Over here, we have the same publisher of these 2 games, Call of Duty World War 2, but the one coming up here in a week, Destiny 2. Now, you can have both. A lot of people have both, but a lot of people, more people, will have to choose between one of the 2. So you gotta wonder which one are they gonna choose, because Destiny is more of an open co-op game, whereas Call of Duty has been going downhill a bit. It might sell more so than at least Infinite Warfare, I'll say that, but you gotta wonder how well it's gonna do, especially with, that, and not to mention you also have like a little smaller competitor, you have Battlefront 2 happening around that time too. So, I mean, you have some good competitors around Call of Duty, so I don't wonder how is it going to fare, at least in this certain current market. You also have the new Middle-earth game, Middle-earth Shadow of War, which I just purchased the Shadow of Mordor game, the Game of the Year one, which was like at $20, so, I haven't played it yet, and I'm seeing, all their stuff, gameplay from Shadow of War, and I'm like thinking, damn, I want to play that. So I purchased the Shadow of War game, but that's hearsay. Alright. Now, I think the biggest issue that could really, screw over Call of Duty, especially in the longer run, at least not in the beginning. There's probably going to do some good sales in the beginning, but on the longer run, there are at least 2 things. One, which we know about, which I say again, the season pass, it could fuck over it in the long run. It has before. I think they need to be smart about it, They should have the season pass at a smaller price. It shouldn't be $50 fucking. It should be $30. It should be straight 30 fucking bucks. $30, half the fucking price of the game. Shit, it's the dumbest shit that they have at such a high price. If they want to have it still, where you have the season pass, which has the whole maps, the modes, and everything, weapons behind the paywall, lower the price, especially if you're gonna have these care packages stuff. These whatever you want to call them. And the other thing that could do it in a downfall, if they still have a good price range, I would say for that for season pass, but I think they're gonna have it at this $50 fucking one, which is stupid. Is what kind of fell with Battlefield 1, which is Friday maps and Friday weapons. Hopefully, they're probably gonna have hopefully more maps than here, because I think Battlefield 1 had okay maps, but with Battlefield it's bigger. And hopefully here they don't have too many like really big maps, because that's another issue. I think Call of Duty could have to have it as the downfall is these oversized maps, because it's supposed to be a more smaller contained Battlefield game. It's supposed to be more high octane, more happening in a smaller space. And hopefully weapons too, hopefully the weapons, as well as the leveling system. There's just so much to it that needs good balance. As long as it's good balance, it'll do good, I'd say. The two biggest issues I would see if it being poorly sell-wise is the season pass and the Friday, especially of weapons. You want to make sure you have a good variety of weapons. That way, you have good replay value, because you want to get as much play time with all these different weapons. So hopefully, it's all good and balanced. At least that's what I'm kind of hearing, at least from the beta. It's got a good balance, but hopefully, whenever the open beta is, like I said, hopefully they will have an open beta. It's most likely going to happen. I think I've seen it somewhere. Like I said, I think it's September the 5th. I'll get my hands on it and see for myself if I want to buy it. Oh, these are like all the factors that can have it to doing either good or bad. We'll see. The question is really out to the consumer. Do you really want to play this game? Do you really want to put your money into it? We'll have to wait and see. But in time, that's all we can wait and see how it does in time. So I thank you for watching. I hope you're informed. I hope you're entertained, and I hope you have a rock'em sock'em day. Peace.